Off to the island, are you? Well, at least Flavio's ship is the best in the harbor. You ought to be fine as long as you don't see any ghosts. But if the Pirate King's curse is real, there ain't a ship on the sea that can save you. To be fair, I've dealt with ghosts before. It's not a big deal. Ah, yes, it was you. Ah, well, sadly, a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She's a fine vessel, no? She's the SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty, she is a savage beast on the water. Tops among sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... Ah, yes, did you speak? Yes, yes, of course. The problem is that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Yes, well, here's the issue. We had no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now, here's the real problem. The waters around Keelhaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. It is a, how you say, a pickle. Oi, Flavio. Heard you talking there, sir. If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution. You're not teasing me, Papatch. You can solve our problem? Then spit it out already. Well, sir, I've heard talk of a famed, no, a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Barbary, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have helmsman touch, sir. He can, make any ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him on the seas of late. Bossa boom! Problem solved. Let us scout this Barbary fellow and get him on board. As customary, my captain will handle the negotiations. That will be you, Mario. Do captains do that? What? You lazy asses. Then it's decided. You must find this Barbary and bring him here. Our fortune sails with you. Meh. This is that guy that's been, like, standing by the port all this time since the beginning. Ah, I'm looking for your brother. This is the guy that was standing outside his shop. He wants to open he wants to open his own shop. Actually, where the hell am I? Building it on a cursed island doesn't seem like it'll make much money. Undead vampires, isn't that a... what do you call it? Oxymoron? The vampires are technically dead. I used to remember what starboard and port were. I think starboard is the right side of the ship. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. That guy seems suspicious. I'm supposed to look for him. Now who was I supposed to talk to? Maybe Frankly. I had 30 minutes, but that's like 9. You got to shave off 9. I could probably shave off 15 minutes, possibly. Well, let me hold off on that. Let me hold off on that. What am I doing? Because I completely forgot about something. I don't know how much I can fit into here. You got any new stories? Nah, we'll save that for another time. I wonder if I seriously could have gone in here. Like, whoa. What's up with this thing? I swear my controller's being wonky. I feel like I could have gone in here earlier. You seek Admiral Bobbery? Never heard of the gent. Take your search elsewhere. Now away with you. Oh. Guess we had to talk to, frankly. Tuh. Bobbery? That old sea dog lives in the east side of town right next door. They say he was a great and important sailor long ago. Oh, there you go. That's all I had to do. I guess that's what happens if you go in his house and don't talk to anyone. Drop the axe, Super Stash. You're kind of a dick, aren't you, Raphael? What poppycock? Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job? Hmm? So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea, nevermore. Aren't you dramatic? I kind of want to see you beg. Awfully sorry, dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no. What's the next move, Chief? This salty dude is going nowhere fast. I can't figure out this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean anyhow? I guess it killed his father. Admiral Bobbery won't go to sea? That's a setback. I don't know what the man myself, so I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. But I'd be willing to bet that Podley knows a thing or two. He works at the Inn's Cafe. I'm estimating my time here. We'll see. If not, possibly a little longer episode. Right, Podley. This guy. I just want to have her out for the heck of it. You say Bobbery won't go to sea, huh? Well, can't say that surprises me. The real question is, are you folks really sure you want Bobbery back on the water? Oh, is that it? Now I see. You want a mountain expedition on Keelhaul Key. Rough seas out there. Most sailors would meet their ends. Not old Bobbery, though. The fact of the matter is, Admiral Bobbery's tale is sad. Horribly sad, actually. You'll probably end up crying, but I'll tell you if you really want me to. Yeah, I can take it. I don't cry. In that case, get ready. Bobbery's tale of woe goes something like this. Bobbery was once married. He had a wife of enduring beauty named Scarlet. The two of them were madly in love, the sort of love reserved for fairy tales. Now, Bobbery was a renowned sailor, so he was away from home for long periods. Scarlet never complained, though. He always waited faithfully. She always waited faithfully for Bobbery's return. And Bobbery, his eye never drifted. He loved only Scarlet, truly and deeply. So they lived and found happiness where they could, and all was good for a time. But not all good things can last. It was a particularly icy winter when it happened. Scarlet fell ill. A virus? A passing cold? None who knew. No one knew, but it soon turned serious. Bobbery at sea on a long, lonely voyage knew nothing of his bride's suffering. By the time he returned, Scarlet had succumbed. She was gone. Bobbery, of course, blamed himself. My loving wife perished because of me. If I were not at sea, I could have nursed her to health. I could have saved her. If the doctors couldn't have done it, but how could he have done it? Whatever. I guess grief does that to you. He was overcome with such thoughts. They tormented him, always, haunting his sleep. He has never gone out to sea since. I can't imagine what that poor man went through. No wonder he won't sail. You all know his tale now, so tell me, do you still want him to return to the sea? Yes, we don't have a choice. Very well, I understand. If you're that determined, then I'll give you this. I mean, to be honest, if we don't, it's going to lead to the end of the world. Really? You've had this? On her deathbed, Scarlet wrote that letter wrote Barbary a final letter you hold in your hands. I don't know what's written inside, but I can tell you what she told me as she lay dying. If I should succumb to this plague and my love should blame himself for my death, then give him this letter to him so he may hear my voice. It was her last request. But when I saw Barbary in misery trying to forget the pain as he mourned his wife, I just couldn't bring myself to present this letter to him. I regretted it and says, "You asshole! How does not showing him the letter, knowing he was blaming himself... Really, that never made sense to me. You saw him suffering for years and you didn't show him the letter. And his dying wife requested it. She said, if my husband blames himself, give him this letter. And he's been blaming himself for years. Oh, that is just... Ugh. What an asshole. I don't care his reasoning. It's a stupid one. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And I had a thought. I just realized I could have upgraded her. Upgraded her. Right now, I should have done it. I was thinking about something and then realized, oh wait. I won't get another partner till later. Man. Seriously, what an asshole. Jeez. You saw him in pain. You figured giving the letter would make him feel worse? I don't know. He's been tormenting himself for years, so at this point I feel like it wouldn't have mattered. What did her HP go up to? 20. What? Oh, by Blabberton's beard. Not you again. No matter how many times you entreat me, my stance is firm. Now away with you. Pardon? A letter, you say? For me? What? Scarlet? This is Scarlet's handwriting. Scarlet, my love. My love, if you're reading this letter, then I am no longer by your side. Because fate has stepped between us, I have decided to write you this letter. If you're reading this, I must have passed away while you were out to sea. I can only assume that you will blame yourself for it, my sweet Bobbery. Although my life was short, you gave me more than a lifetime's worth of joy. Though you will mourn, I beg that you remember that time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were one with me. Do not lose both your life's loves. Time, like love, is a tide. You are one with the sea, as you were with me. 1,000 pardons, but may I have a moment alone, if you please? This is awkward. Yes, love, I was happy. My sweet, sweet Scarlet. I love you still. Now then, you were looking for a navigator, I believe? Bound for Keelhaul Key?
Oh, yeah.
If you think an old sea bomb like me is what you need, then let's shove off. Admiral Bobbery, excellent. I knew this was in here. The ship's in the harbor, I must inspect her before we leave. I shall meet you there. Should we go that? I've been really thinking about doing the pit of 100 trials. At least half of it. Give it a go. I really think I should try it at this point. New copy of Super Luigi. Why does he get a book published? Sometimes I think I'd be better off not ever speaking. Oh, I wish I was still a pig. Morbidly depressed Twilighter. Wow. I think Duplass had a point. A lot of these Twilighters do run around and be depressed all the time. Maybe they should have stayed pigs. One of them wants to be big. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the pit of 100 trials, at least halfway. At the very least to get something. I'm not gonna do it all the way at this point. Let's see, anything else I have to do? Oh yeah, beat the crap out of that Podley guy.